The Temple of Edfu, located in Upper Egypt, is indeed a treasure trove of stories about the Ptolemaic dynasty, the ruling family of Egypt from the 4th century BC until the reign of Cleopatra VII, the last and most famous of the line. This temple, dedicated to the falcon-headed god Horus, is one of the best preserved ancient temples in Egypt. The inscriptions and reliefs carved into its walls provide not only religious symbolism, but also detailed historical accounts. The Ptolemaic dynasty, which included Cleopatra, was a complex royal family often marked by intrigue, including incestuous relationships to preserve royal bloodlines and power struggles that sometimes led to murder. These stories are recorded in both the art and hieroglyphs that adorn the temple, offering insights into the personal and political lives of the Ptolemies. The temple, built over several reigns, showcases the legacy of this dynasty and serves as a monumental reflection of the Ptolemaic rulers' attempts to align themselves with the traditions of ancient Egyptian pharaohs. It was Cleopatra, the last of the dynasty, whose dramatic life and death, especially her relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, would ultimately mark the end of the Ptolemaic rule and the beginning of Roman control over Egypt. The Temple of Edfu stands as a testament to the intertwining of Greek and Egyptian cultures during this period and continues to fascinate historians and visitors alike with the stories of the family that ruled Egypt during one of its most politically charged and culturally rich eras. Cleopatra's family history, especially her father's legacy, was steeped in political intrigue, betrayal, and bloodshed. The gateway of the Temple of Edfu, built by Ptolemy XII, Cleopatra's father, depicts him in the traditional Egyptian style of a victorious ruler, slaying his enemies. However, the real turmoil often came from within his own family, highlighting the brutal nature of Ptolemaic rule. One of the most significant internal conflicts involved Cleopatra's older sister, Berenice IV, who led an armed rebellion against their father. Berenice briefly seized control of Egypt, even declaring herself queen. However, her rebellion was crushed when Ptolemy XII returned to power with Roman support. He executed Berenice, eliminating a major threat and solidifying Cleopatra's position as his heir. This internal strife, along with the Ptolemaic tradition of incestuous marriages and power struggles, made the royal family akin to a nest of snakes, where murder and betrayal were common. Out of the 12 generations of Cleopatra's ancestors, many engaged in deadly feuds with their siblings or parents. This volatile environment undoubtedly shaped Cleopatra's political savvy and her ability to navigate complex alliances later in life. Yes, the Rosetta Stone was a key discovery that revolutionized our understanding of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. It was found in 1799 and featured the same text written in 3 different scripts: Greek, Demotic, a later form of Egyptian writing, and hieroglyphs. Scholars were able to read the ancient Greek and found the name Ptolemy, which was a common name of pharaohs during the Greek rule in Egypt, specifically referring to the Ptolemaic dynasty. The crucial part of their decoding effort came when they identified cartouches in the hieroglyphic text. A cartouche is an oval symbol that surrounds the names of royalty in hieroglyphic inscriptions. By finding a cartouche that corresponded to the Greek name Ptolemy, scholars like Jean-François Champollion were able to match the hieroglyphs to their phonetic equivalents. This breakthrough enabled the eventual deciphering of hieroglyphic writing, unlocking the history of ancient Egypt written in these symbols. The Rosetta Stone remains one of the most significant artifacts in Egyptology, allowing researchers to finally read ancient Egyptian texts after centuries of mystery. The Rosetta Stone was indeed the key to unlocking the mystery of Egyptian hieroglyphs. As you described, one of the first major breakthroughs was identifying the name Ptolemy within the cartouche, the oval shape that surrounded the names of pharaohs in hieroglyphic texts. This was a significant step in deciphering a language that had been dead for over 1,500 years. By comparing the Greek version of the text with the hieroglyphic version, scholars were able to start matching symbols to sounds and letters, revealing an ancient Egyptian alphabet. The specific symbols you mentioned, like the square for P, the semicircle for T, and the lion for L helped them construct the phonetic equivalents of Egyptian hieroglyphs. The slow and methodical work led to a deeper understanding of the language, allowing scholars to read previously indecipherable ancient texts. The Rosetta Stone essentially became the Rosetta Key for scholars. And from there, Egyptologists like Jean-François Champollion worked to piece together the rest of the language, giving modern historians the ability to understand the rich history of ancient Egypt. As for the next treasure you mentioned, it sounds like you're referencing something like the tombs in the Valley of the Kings or other monumental sites in Egypt that are covered in hieroglyphs, which took decades to study and record. These inscriptions contain a wealth of information about the lives, beliefs, and politics of the ancient Egyptians. What will be uncovered next might reveal even more about the past. For Cleopatra, this temple of Edfu, built to glorify her father, was less a symbol of harmony and more a reminder of the deadly power struggles that plagued her lineage. This tumultuous family history laid the foundation for her own dramatic rise to power and the challenges she faced as the last ruler of the Ptolemaic dynasty. The Great Sphinx of Giza, number 7 on the list of Egyptian treasures, is one of the most iconic and mysterious monuments in Egypt. Located on the Giza Plateau, just outside Cairo, the Sphinx guards the entrance to the Great Pyramids, making it a central figure in this extraordinary archaeological site. The Sphinx, with its lion's body and human head, represents strength and wisdom and is thought to be a protective symbol for the tombs of the pharaohs. Carved from a single piece of limestone, the Sphinx stands an impressive 66 feet tall and 240 feet long, making it one of the largest statues in the world. Though it has been weathered over thousands of years, the Sphinx remains a symbol of ancient Egyptian ingenuity and mysticism. Its enigmatic face, believed by many to represent the pharaoh Khafre, has captured the imagination of visitors for millennia. While the pyramids around it are awe-inspiring in their size and construction, the Sphinx holds a unique place in Egyptian culture, representing both the mysteries of the ancient world and the power of the pharaohs who ruled over it. In the midst of the Great Pyramid complex, the Sphinx is truly a showstopper, drawing attention from millions of tourists and scholars alike, as people continue to ponder its origin and significance. The Great Sphinx of Giza indeed has an astonishing scale that leaves visitors in awe. As the largest sculpture ever made in ancient Egypt, and still one of the largest in the world, it towers at 66 feet in height, with a length of 240 feet. This colossal figure, a lion's body fused with a human head, was designed to be both intimidating and awe-inspiring. It symbolized the pharaoh's power and divine protection. When early explorers first discovered the Sphinx, it was partially buried, with only its giant stone head visible above the sands. The mystery deepened until the sand was cleared, revealing the full extent of its grandeur. The Sphinx, carved from a single block of limestone, was designed as a protective figure, a giant sentinel guarding the tomb of the pharaoh Khafre, whose pyramid stands behind it. The purpose of the Sphinx was similar to a giant guard dog, standing watch over the Giza necropolis and the pharaoh's eternal resting place. Its sheer size and imposing appearance reflect the significance of the figure in ancient Egyptian society, where the union of human wisdom and the lion's strength symbolized royal power. From its place on the Giza Plateau, the Sphinx has captivated explorers, scholars, and visitors for thousands of years. Even today, as one of the most recognizable monuments in the world, it continues to embody the mysteries and grandeur of ancient Egypt. As we continue our journey, we'll now head even farther south in Egypt to uncover number 6 in the countdown of Egypt's most magnificent treasures. When you arrive at Abu Simbel, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the sheer grandeur of the place. This magnificent temple was built by Ramses II, arguably one of the greatest and most powerful pharaohs of ancient Egypt. His reign, which lasted for an astonishing 66 years, was one of the longest in history, and he left behind monumental structures that solidified his legacy. The Abu Simbel Temple, located in southern Egypt near the modern-day border with Sudan, is one of the most iconic of his building projects. It was carved directly into the mountainside, with the four colossal statues of Ramses II seated at its entrance, each towering over 60 feet in height. These statues served not only to glorify his reign, but also to project his power and divine authority to Egypt's southern neighbors. The entire structure stands as a monumental warning to potential enemies and a symbol of the might of Egypt. Beyond its defensive purpose, Abu Simbel also represents Ramses' dedication to the gods and his quest for eternal remembrance. Inside the temple, intricate carvings depict scenes of the pharaoh's military victories, particularly the famous Battle of Kadesh, and his worship of the gods, especially Amun-Ra, to whom the temple is dedicated. Perhaps what's most remarkable is the relocation of the entire temple in the 1960s, due to the construction of the Aswan High Dam. In an engineering feat of modern times, UNESCO led the effort to save Abu Simbel by dismantling the temples and moving them to higher ground. This preserved one of Egypt's greatest treasures from being submerged and allowed future generations to continue experiencing the awe that Ramses II intended to inspire. Abu Simbel is more than just an architectural wonder. It's a testament to the lasting legacy of one of Egypt's greatest rulers. From here, we continue our journey into Egypt's extraordinary past, where more treasures await discovery. The Step Pyramid of Djoser, number 5 on our list of treasures, represents a groundbreaking moment in both Egyptian and world history. Built around 4,700 years ago, this pyramid, located in Saqqara, was the first monumental structure made entirely of stone, marking the dawn of large-scale construction in ancient Egypt. It's the precursor to the more famous Pyramids of Giza and stands as the world's first pyramid and first stone-cut building. What makes the Step Pyramid so revolutionary is not only its towering presence above ground, but also what lies beneath. This complex isn't just a pyramid, it's a sprawling subterranean network of corridors, chambers, and tunnels that extend deep below the surface. These underground spaces were designed as part of the pharaoh Djoser's tomb complex, ensuring his journey to the afterlife was secure and eternal. The pyramid was built by Imhotep, the brilliant architect and high priest who was later deified for his achievements. He introduced the concept of stacking mastabas, flat-roofed rectangular tombs, on top of one another, creating a pyramid-like structure. This innovation paved the way for the grandeur of the pyramids that followed. While the Step Pyramid might not be as well known as the later pyramids of Khufu or Ramses II, its historical significance and the underground labyrinth hidden beneath its base make it an essential piece of Egypt's architectural legacy. The tunnels, adorned with intricate carvings and treasures, housed items that were meant to serve the pharaoh in the afterlife, representing ancient Egyptian belief in the eternal journey beyond death. As we delve deeper into Egypt's past, we continue to uncover more treasures that showcase the brilliance and ambition of the ancient Egyptians. The Step Pyramid is not just a tomb, it's a testament to human innovation and the beginning of monumental architecture. Beneath the Step Pyramid lies a fascinating subterranean world that not only served as a resting place for the mummified remains of Egypt's earliest pharaohs, but also as a grand necropolis for queens, nobles, and ordinary Egyptians over a span of 3,000 years. This site, known as Saqqara, eventually became Egypt's largest city of the dead, sprawling over 4 square miles and housing countless mummies. As archaeologists delved deeper into this expansive burial ground, they unearthed a treasure trove of findings. Among the thousands of human mummies, they also discovered an astonishing array of animal mummies. These included cats, dogs, birds, and even sacred ibises, animals that held significant religious and cultural importance in ancient Egyptian society. The practice of mummifying animals was deeply rooted in the Egyptians' beliefs about the afterlife and the divine. Many of these creatures were revered as manifestations of deities, and their mummification was meant to honor these gods while also providing companionship in the afterlife for their owners. Some animal mummies were buried in dedicated cemeteries, like the famous catacombs of Anubis, specifically designed for the burial of these sacred beings. The findings at Saqqara not only highlight the importance of these animal companions, but also reflect the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian beliefs surrounding life, death, and the afterlife. The immense number of mummified remains found here serves as a reminder of the deep reverence the ancient Egyptians had for both their rulers and the creatures that shared their lives. As we explore this incredible burial site, we gain insight into the spiritual and cultural practices of one of history's most fascinating civilizations, where the line between the living and the dead was intricately woven with rituals that honored the past while looking toward eternity. Luxor is our next destination, a city that stands as one of the most famous in Egypt, often referred to as the world's greatest open-air museum. Situated on the banks of the Nile, Luxor is home to some of the most remarkable treasures of ancient Egypt, including the iconic Karnak Temple and the Valley of the Kings. At Karnak, visitors can marvel at the vast complex of temples, chapels, and pylons dedicated to the god Amun. This site is renowned for its stunning architecture and the Great Hypostyle Hall, which boasts 134 towering columns, each intricately carved with hieroglyphs and depictions of ancient rituals. Just a short distance away lies the Valley of the Kings, the burial site of many pharaohs, including the famous Tutankhamun. This necropolis is a treasure trove of tombs filled with rich artifacts, paintings, and hieroglyphics that tell the stories of the lives and afterlives of Egypt's rulers. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 by Howard Carter captivated the world and showcased the incredible wealth and artistry of ancient Egyptian burial practices. As we explore Luxor, we encounter not only architectural wonders, but also the incredible narratives of the pharaohs who once ruled Egypt. Each temple, tomb, and artifact reveals a part of a story that has fascinated humanity for millennia, making Luxor a must-visit destination for anyone interested in the history and legacy of ancient Egypt. Let's uncover the treasures of Luxor and experience the awe-inspiring remnants of a civilization that has left an indelible mark on the world. It was a time of celebration and reverence, where the community would gather to honor the gods and partake in festivities. The Temple of Luxor was not just a place of worship, it was a vibrant hub of activity, filled with joyous gatherings and rituals that showcase the richness of ancient Egyptian culture. Imagine the sound of music filling the air, the laughter of children playing, and the vibrant colors of the elaborate decorations adorning the temple's walls. The priests would perform intricate rituals, while acrobats and dancers entertained the crowds, creating an atmosphere of excitement and devotion. The architecture of the temple itself is a marvel, featuring majestic columns, beautifully carved reliefs, and statues that narrate the stories of the gods and pharaohs. The grandeur of the temple reflects the wealth and power of the ancient civilization, symbolizing their deep connection to the divine. As night falls, the temple would glow under the light of torches and lanterns, enhancing the magical ambience. Festivals dedicated to the god Amun would attract people from all walks of life, turning Luxor into the epicenter of spirituality and celebration. In this remarkable setting, we see not just a temple, but a living testament to the dynamic culture of ancient Egypt, where religion, art, and social life intertwined in spectacular fashion. The Temple of Luxor remains a treasure, preserving the essence of a civilization that thrived on creativity, devotion, and the joy of life. They had been buried in pyramids, which were easy targets for thieves. The Valley of the Kings offered a more discreet and secure location, hidden away from prying eyes. The tombs were meticulously designed to protect the treasures and mummies of the pharaohs, with elaborate traps and intricate pathways to deter robbers. As you explore this incredible site, you can sense the weight of history surrounding you. The walls of the tombs are adorned with vibrant hieroglyphs and stunning murals that tell the stories of the deceased, their journeys to the afterlife, and the gods they revered. Each tomb is a treasure trove of art and culture, offering a glimpse into the beliefs and practices of ancient Egyptians. The most famous of these tombs, Tutankhamun's, was discovered largely intact in 1922 by archaeologist Howard Carter. The treasures found within, including golden masks, jewelry, and exquisite artifacts, captured the world's imagination and shed light on the opulence of the pharaohs. Despite the efforts to secure these tombs, many were still plundered over the centuries, leading to the loss of invaluable treasures. However, the Valley of the Kings remains a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of ancient Egyptian civilization, standing as a remarkable archaeological site that continues to reveal secrets of the past. As we delve deeper into this valley, we uncover not just tombs, but the legacy of a society that believed in the eternal life of its rulers and the importance of the afterlife. The tomb of Tutankhamun, often referred to as King Tut, was a remarkable discovery that captured the world's imagination. When Howard Carter first entered the tomb, he found it virtually untouched, containing a wealth of treasures that provided incredible insights into ancient Egyptian life and burial practices. Among the items were golden chariots, exquisite jewelry, ornate furniture, and the famous golden mast of Tutankhamun, which is one of the most iconic artifacts of ancient Egypt. The mask itself, made of gold and inlaid with precious stones, reflects the artistry and craftsmanship of the time, symbolizing the wealth and power of the young pharaoh. The significance of Tutankhamun's tomb lies not only in its artifacts, but also in what it revealed about the beliefs, customs, and daily life of ancient Egyptians. It has provided historians with invaluable information about the 18th dynasty and the era in which he lived. Even today, the treasures of Tutankhamun continue to be celebrated in exhibitions worldwide, reminding us of the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt and the fascination it holds over our modern imaginations. As we explore the Valley of the Kings, it becomes clear why this tomb is regarded as one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in history. Indeed, the treasures found in Tutankhamun's tomb are nothing short of spectacular, showcasing the opulence and artistry of ancient Egypt. The intricate design of the three coffins, especially the inner one made of solid gold, reflects not only the wealth of the young pharaoh, but also the deep spiritual beliefs of the time. The gold was intended to ensure that Tutankhamun was recognized as divine by the gods, emphasizing his status as a god-king. Inside the tomb, the mummified body of the teenager was surrounded by an array of items meant to accompany him in the afterlife. These included beautifully crafted jewelry, weapons for protection, furniture for comfort, and even food and drink for sustenance on his journey. The idea of including personal possessions and burials was rooted in the belief that the deceased would continue to live on in another realm, acquiring everything they might need. The mention of mummified pets adds a touching, personal aspect to the treasures. It illustrates the bond between the pharaoh and his beloved animals, highlighting the importance of companionship even in death. The sheer number of artifacts found in Tutankhamun's tomb, over 5,000 items, offers a glimpse into the life of the young pharaoh and the cultural practices of the time. From exquisite golden jewelry to intricately designed furniture, each piece tells a story, allowing us to connect with a world that existed thousands of years ago. Tutankhamun's tomb remains one of the most significant archaeological finds, not only for its wealth of treasures, but also for the insights it provides into ancient Egyptian society, beliefs, and the intricacies of their burial practices. The fascination with King Tut continues to this day, reminding us of the rich history and enduring legacy of ancient Egypt. The Great Pyramid at Giza truly is a marvel of engineering and design, standing as the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still in existence. Built during the 4th dynasty around 2580 to 2560 BC for Pharaoh Khufu, this monumental structure was originally encased in shining white Torah limestone, which would have made it gleam in the sunlight, adding to its majestic appearance. The pyramid was constructed using an estimated 2.3 million blocks of stone, weighing between 2.5 and 15 tons each. The precision with which these stones were cut and assembled is astonishing, showcasing the advanced techniques and organizational skills of ancient Egyptian workers. The pyramid was originally about 146.6 meters tall, making it the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. Inside, the Great Pyramid contains a series of chambers and passageways, including the King's Chamber, where the pharaoh's sarcophagus was placed, and the Grand Gallery, a stunning architectural feature leading to the burial chamber. The pyramid was designed to ensure the pharaoh's safe passage to the afterlife, reflecting the Egyptians' deep spiritual beliefs and their view of death as a transition to another existence. Beyond its architectural significance, the Great Pyramid is a symbol of ancient Egypt's power and ambition. It draws millions of visitors each year, captivating them with its grandeur and the mysteries that still surround its construction and purpose. As a testament to human ingenuity, the Great Pyramid continues to inspire awe and admiration, securing its place as the #1 treasure of Egypt. The Great Pyramid's construction is indeed an extraordinary feat of ancient engineering and organization. To think that it took over 20 years, with massive stone blocks being placed every 2 minutes, is astounding. This incredible pace reflects the coordination of thousands of skilled laborers, architects, and engineers, all working together to create a structure that would stand the test of time. The sourcing of materials from across Egypt, particularly the granite from Aswan over 500 miles away, demonstrates the logistical prowess of the ancient Egyptians. They had to develop advanced methods of transportation, including the use of sledges, lubricated with water to ease the movement of these heavy stones across the desert. The Giza Plateau would have indeed been a hive of activity, with not only workers, but also artisans, support staff, and even those providing food and shelter. This monumental project was not just a construction effort, but also a cultural endeavor, involving art, religion, and the collective ambition of a society striving to honor its pharaohs and their beliefs in the afterlife. When completed, the Great Pyramid stood at an impressive height of about 146.6 meters, making it the tallest structure in the world for millennia. Its sheer size and precision reflect the sophistication of ancient Egyptian civilization and their understanding of mathematics and astronomy, reinforcing its status as a wonder of the ancient world. Today, it remains a testament to human ingenuity and ambition, drawing visitors from around the globe to marvel at its grandeur. Could truly sense the ambition and artistry of the ancient Egyptians in such a setting. The polished white limestone casing would have made the pyramids shimmer like beacons under the sun, creating a striking contrast against the golden sands of the desert. It's fascinating to think about how the pyramids not only served as tombs for the pharaohs, but also as powerful symbols of their divine status and the civilization's technological prowess. The loss of that outer casing over time, especially after the earthquake, transformed the pyramids into the rugged, weathered structures we see today. However, remnants of that original brilliance still offer a glimpse into the past, allowing us to imagine how they would have dominated the landscape, evoking awe and reverence from all who beheld them. Standing there, one can almost feel the weight of history, the generations of people who labored on these monuments, the pharaohs who were buried within, and the myriad stories and legends that have grown around them. The Great Pyramid is not just a relic of ancient engineering, it's a testament to the enduring human spirit and the quest for immortality that transcends time. Every visit deepens the appreciation for the ingenuity and creativity of those who came before us, leaving us to ponder our own legacies in the grand tapestry of history.